Never fails. There's always something interrupted everything. If I can get my computer still ain't coming on track. There we go. Get this mess shut off. Get this mess shut off. All right. It's always messing. I don't know how you cut all the notifications off your phone. I don't need Facebook and all that giving me a notice every time somebody makes a comment or a like on a post, or it's aggravating. Aggravating. Shalom, shalom. What's up, Kevin? What are you doing, huh? As far as me, I've been out here trying to work a little bit on this old truck. Trying to figure out the ground situation. I done went and bought a bunch of ground cables, starter, solenoid, switch. I'm gonna try to get this thing fixed one way or another. Yeah, I usually go live on Sunday night, Sunday evening. Oh, but I'm not gonna have a Bible study tonight. Oh, Ray was kind of sick. Oh, yeah, I made a video here a while back. Oh, I don't really know what's wrong with it. It keeps melting off a ground wire that goes from the battery to the body. Hey, you too, legendary princess. It keeps melting that ground wire off, and the starter's been dragging real bad. Now I took the starter off and took it over to O'Reilly's, and I told him, I said, look, the starter works, but it's dragging real bad. Is there any way you can put a stress test on it to see if it's still got the power to turn the motor over, or is it in my electrical wiring? He didn't do nothing. He just hooked the wire up on it, and there wasn't no stress test to it. And when he told me it passed the test, he handed it back to me, and I noticed the ends was hot as fire, and you couldn't hardly touch them. And I mean, on the end of the starter. Well, I got this in here. This is the new one, but this knob end right here, you couldn't hardly touch any of this area right here. It was just firecracker hot. And told old boy, I said, I don't trust that. You're not able to do a stress test on it. And I'm not going to put it back on, not knowing if it's the starter or whatever. So I got a new starter. I bought a bunch of new battery cables to go on it, and been out here tinkering with battery cables and whatnot, trying to figure out something that made sense to get all that back together. And since I was busy doing this and Ray was sick, I just figured I'd hold off on a Bible study. Not that I know of, Kevin. As long as the key was off, there was nothing wrong with the truck. Well, you'd have to go back and watch that video about the truck to know everything I'm talking about. But the only time anything adverse would happen was when you're trying to crank it. When you're trying to crank it, the starter was dragging like real bad, and it burned a small gauge body ground off that I had going from the body to the battery. And the fuel pumps have a ground on this model Ford pickup. It's got fuel pump grounds that goes up there and attaches to the battery. And what's up, Deneen? But those fuel pump grounds were getting a little warm in there too. I don't know if that was just because they're so close to the other one that was burning, or I don't know. But taking the starter off, somebody had flattened the cable out and put a hole through the cable and attached the cable to the bell housing, and everything was super oily under there. I've got a small, it's either a valve cover leak or a rear main seal leak. But the truck got a new throw-up bearing flywheel and everything in it, and I think my dad put a rear main seal in it, but that's a different topic. But anyway, I'm thinking it was losing ground on the cable going to the bell housing. On everything I've seen, Ford ground wire, you bolt it into the bottom starter bolt. Whether that makes a difference or not, I don't know. But I'm going to put the ground back there. I recently unplugged the ground from my battery, and I run a new ground cable over to the alternator bracket. But I still don't think it's getting enough ground in there. I'm going to reattach that other ground cable, except I'm going to put a better end on it and run it directly to the starter like it came from the factory. But I don't know. That's the deal I got going on. I'll show you a little bit about what the truck is looking like. Y'all see, I got her up in the air. She's up in the air, sure enough. Let me get this thing back around here. Get everything miscalculated here, calibrated. Just mess everything up. Yeah, Kevin, that's what I'm doing. I've got a bunch of ground straps under there that's not looking healthy, and that's what I bought the extra ground cables for. Let me get one of them. Yeah, Kevin, this is what I got. I'm going to do a body to frame ground, and I'm going to put one of these going from the battery to the fender wall, and up under the cab there's a ground strap that looks kind of bad, and it's just clipped on. It's not even bolted on, just clipped on. I'm like, man, at least a little bit of corrosion gets up in there and kill that ground. But I'm going to put these on it, going from the cab to the rail, and I'm going to look for more of those ground straps, and I may take some metal screws if I can find one in here. Yeah, like them. I'm going to take some metal screws like that, them self-tappers. I'm going to take some of them and run through them clips and might provide a little better. Hey, Cat, what's going on, man? Oh, having a beautiful day, Cat. Hope you're doing the same. Yeah, there's not a drain on the battery, but the alternator was dragging like really bad. Oh, the main big cables, they never did get hot, but that little one going from the battery to the fender wall, oh, the coating is almost completely melted off of it. And I can tell when I put a new one on it, if I put a new wire on it, I can tell when the truck is really not wanting to start and it takes two or three turns of the engine, oh, it'll boil smoke up out from under it. But that's the coating on that little thin, well, it's not a real thin wire, but the coating will burn almost completely off of it. I showed it on that video that I made about my truck. Oh, and this thing wanting to monkey with me. I don't know why this thing is wanting to not get signal. There's plenty of signal out here. You mean a ground to the chassis? Oh, no, 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 no. You're talking about see if I have power. That way, I don't think it does. I mean, I've looked at all of the main cable, unless it's got some in the main wiring harness. I don't know. What do I need to set my? I got one of them Harbor Freight uh, testers, and what you call it, multimeters. What would you set? You what 20 volt? What's up, Patricia? Hey, I appreciate you stopping in for sure, for sure. Yeah, Kevin. Oh, what do you set your multimeter on? I guess you set it on 20 volt. All right, I'm gonna try that. So just the hot cable going to the starter. Don't put it on nothing. Just leave it dangling, right? All right, all right, all right. Yeah, I see what you're talking about now. I'll do that before I put the starter on. I've got to go up under the truck and all them clips. I'm gonna take one of those self-tapping screws and I'm gonna take my drill and drill a hole in that clip, and I'm just gonna put one of them self-tapping screws through the body where the clip is at. I'm gonna clean up where the clips are, get the rust and everything out of them. This old truck is set in the past. Well, it's set in one pasture for about 10 years. Then my dad got it, and it's set almost another 10. So the truck has been setting up for 20 years. I put two tanks on it, three fuel pumps. Oh, two, two, two fuel tanks, three fuel pumps, a fuel filter, all new brakes all the way around, wheel cylinders, new calipers, new master cylinder, new water pump. Basically, there's a lot of stuff that is new on this truck, so I've already got too much money invested in it to give up on it. But I'm gonna tell you what, this electrical fiasco is just about to get me to that point. Oh, yeah, I forgot to finish what I was telling you. The only time I'm having any fault is when you're turning the motor over. That's when it burns the ground. So it tells me if I can leave it on like the run position, everything works fine. I put it in accessory, everything works fine. I can cut it off. There's no battery drains. I can let it sit 2 or 3 weeks. I can still go out there and the truck will crank eventually because of the starter. Sometimes I have to give up because it just makes everything too hot. But yeah, okay. But I can leave it set up for 2 or 3 weeks. She'll still crank if it's not got. If the starter doesn't drag like real bad, it'll crank every time. But I can take the truck and run it to. I run it 5 miles up the road and kill it, and it won't crank back because the starter is so slow and it's so hard to turn. It's dragging so bad. Well, see, I done got me a brand new one of them too. Oh, I don't know. I guess you can call me old school or whatever, but I won't hardly ever put a starter on a Ford when I don't replace the starter solenoid. But this time I'm replacing starter solenoids, ground cables. The only thing I'm not replacing is the hot wire, but I've already looked at it from the starter all the way up to the battery, and it looks all right to me. Of course, now a lot of people say right at the ends of the cable they're liable to get corroded, but looking at them, they look fine to me. But yeah, that's what I'm up to today, trying to get this doggone thing. And to get all of it hooked up like I was thinking, Kevin, while I got you on here, and you seem to know more about it than I do, I got these splicer kits. Now they come out of the electrical department at Lowe's, I think. But you can put one wire in there and got a little Allen head screw that you turn down. Those will be all right to put on a 12-volt system, right? That way, if I got a bad end, I can hook another end to it, right? It's only one more point that I got to worry about corrosion hitting, though. I mean, I know that, but anyway, that's a little bit about what I got going on. And man, I ain't changed the starter out in a long time, and I hate mechanic work. That's for sure. I hate it. Oh, but been so long I couldn't remember how many bolts or nothing was holding starters on. And I got up under there, man, wasn't but 2 bolts holding that starter on the truck. And one other bolt holding the hot wire on. And the bottom out of the two that's holding the starter on, the bottom bolt is where the ground cable was attached to. And then the hot wire was attached to the back of the starter. And man, it didn't take, once I got in there and got everything out of the way, it didn't take 10 minutes to take the starter off. Test power to ground. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That sounds like a good idea, Kevin. What's up, CNG? Man, all these good folks dropping in. Greg Reynolds. Hey, man. Doing good, CNG. How you doing? What's going on, Greg? What's up, Johnny? Man. Hey, Johnny, you need to email me where you get your pen mandrels and everything from. I'm going to get one going on mine. On my lathe. I'm going to done told Grumpy that I was going to start turning out some yads, some scroll pointers. I've got some of the stuff that I was wanting to do it with, but now I'm starting to have the taste to do some of those pens. Johnny, you said you ain't got no channel stickers yet, didn't you? Man, you need to do a channel sticker swap if you got some. But anybody that's got channel stickers, if y'all want to do a channel sticker swap, my email is in my descriptions on my homepage on YouTube, which all lowercase Alan Guthrie 1019 at gmail.com is my email. Oh, mine ain't fancy. I'm gonna tell you. My wife ordered them. She got about the cheapest thing that was on. I can't remember who it was, but they come in a page. And I was like, oh man, these are the wrong ones. Everybody else is a die cut. And she went through there with a pair of scissors and cut all mine out, but she got the cheapest one they had. What's up, Kevin Ellis? Did a live with June. I must have missed it. I ain't working on this old truck, I guess. Man, what'd you get called out for, Kevin? What are you making? Man. I've got to hurry up and get this jump done where I can get back into my woodworking. I got that bench built for that customer, and that got me a little money ahead to get my starter. Had a little money to play with where I can stretch out and get that. And been working on this truck. I don't know if y'all can see it behind me or not, but I got a wagon full of Tonka toys and metal trucks and whatnot my dad's trying to sell. I'm trying to get those cleaned up to go on eBay or Marketplace or something. Oh, Kevin. Lord. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to have my job cut out for me trying to clean these Tonka trucks and these metal cars and whatnot up. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and look at that, Kevin. Try to stay up on everybody's videos and lives, but man, there was so many. It's easy for a couple of them to get by you, especially if you're busy yourself. Mm, yeah. Mike is making stuff. I guess I'll just have to hush about that. Man, I tell you what, it's hot out here, but man, that breeze that's coming around sure does feel good. I'm sure y'all see that tarp kind of blowing around a little bit. The breeze is feeling good. But yeah, guys, I'm just out here at the shop, just kind of fiddling around. Oh, back is stinging a little bit too much to get up under the truck, I believe. If I get down there, I probably won't ever come back up out of there. Yeah, Mike's a big boy. He'll get over it or get under it or something. I don't know. According to Mike, now he leans way left, so he might not get over it. He might have to get under it. Oh no, cat, I ain't gonna overdo it. That's for sure. Well, getting up onto that truck and like I hate doing mechanic work, especially if I got to get up under a vehicle. I got that vertigo. Man, it makes me sick as a dog to get up under a truck or a car or whatever and do anything. Makes me dizzy. Oh, I get sick. And add to the top of that, oh, my back being in a pinch. Nah. But I'm gonna have to hurry up and get over this back. I've been waiting on SSI people to get me signed up, but man, they dragging their feet. Insurance or no insurance, I've been out to go to the hospital. This back is holding me back too much. So you love doing stuff like that? But yeah, that's why I got my truck jacked up so high off the ground where I can, the closer or tighter fit it is, the dizzier it makes me. So I have to jack mine up pretty good to get up under it. Not really what you, hey, EW, Electric Whittler, how you doing, man? But I'm not claustrophobic, but the tighter the space is, and me laying on my back, looking up, oh man, I like to set myself reeling in. Oh, the tighter it is and looking up, working above my head, oh man, it tears me up. Man, you'll see me coming out from under there, hacking and a gagging. What's up, West Country? Man, getting all the good folks up in here. EW and Cat and both of the Kevins. And man, I just wish my old buddy, I wish he felt like getting on. I seen on a live chat a while ago where he said he's going to go lay down. He done got the COVID. Poor fella. Man, I tell you what, he's about the same shape I'm in, I believe. I don't know if it's COVID or not, but man, like a couple of weeks ago now, man, I was having flu-like symptoms, bad high temperatures, and still congested, coughing, and carrying on. Oh, CNG, all y'all's my buddies, but my super big buddy, that'd be Ray and Sandy. Ray. He's not feeling good right now, feeling well. He said in that chat he was going to go lay down, so I know he ain't feeling good. Praying shalom over it. Hey, man, I appreciate it, West Country. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, I try to pop in on y'all every now and then. I don't get a chance to as often as I'd like. Especially here lately, I've been getting kind of busy. Yeah, Caddy, he's not feeling too good. I don't think he's feeling good at all. I've been missing him on a lot of chats that he's usually there. And been wondering about him. Keep him in my prayers because I know he went through that COVID. Well, he was sick one week, but this week it sounds like he seems to think it was COVID and it's bouncing back on him. If I've got all my ducks in a row from what he was talking about on the chat. But yeah, the last time I talked to him, he said he hadn't been down in the shop much. I think it's when I made that video at mail call where I was cleaning up my shop. He said his shop was looking good because he hadn't been down there in a minute. Yeah, I can keep my shop clean like that too. Just clean it up and don't go back in it. Just leave it there. That works. That's about the only way I'd be able to keep my shop clean. Clean it up and leave. And right now I've got a project scattered out on my work table. And there's still a few tools laying out and about. Doing a prototype for an upcoming video. I've already got some of it filmed, but not all of it. I don't know, I've just got too many projects going on right now. I need to be making videos. I want my numbers to get up there a little better, but life happens. See you, Mudlarks, man. I appreciate you coming in, man. I sure do. Man. One day at a time. I used to watch that show all the time. My favorite character was Snyder. A lot of y'all youngins won't even know that one. Snyder was a super duper cool maintenance man. Yeah, it was a joke. That was a long time ago. Old Snyder. Oh, me. Of course, it wasn't him or his character's fault, but he was probably one of the role models that got me to smoking cigarettes. Always had the blue jean vest on, had white t-shirt on up under it, and he'd roll his cigarettes up in his sleeve. I thought that was just cool as all get out. Hey, all right, Johnny, as soon as I get back in there on the PC, I'll look and see what it says. I'll send you my address, and you send me yours, and we'll do this thing. Who's the Reddit? Yeah, and the keys. Oh, man. Oh, Snyder was pretty cool. I tell you, that was some of my favorite shows back in the day. Chico and the Man, and One Day at a Time. Of course, now, who didn't like Starsky and Hutch? And let's see, out of all the detective shows, there's Magnum, Starsky, Simon and Simon. What was that other one with the pink helicopter? Dang it. They didn't stay on very long, though. Oh, Dukes of Hazzard. That was sure enough. That was a Friday night favorite. Man, I tell you what, I wouldn't go into town and cruise around with everybody on account of I'd miss my Dukes of Hazzard. MacGyver, yeah, that was a good one. Fall Guy. Oh, shucks. cannon. I used to like to watch that fat rascal. A-Team, that's right. Man. That's right, Kevin. I think we all sing that from time to time. Yeah, MASH. My dad, I don't know what was in it from the store or whatever, but my dad had a replica IV jar. It said MASH. It had the call numbers out there, and I can't remember the call now. 077 something. But he sold it in his antiques the other day. Oh, I was like, man, if I knowed you'd had that, I'd have got it myself. 4077, that's right. That's right. But yeah, I don't know what was in that IV jar, but you could tell it wasn't a real IV jar, but it had the MASH 4077 on it. And if I knowed he'd have had it, he wouldn't have sold it to that other fella. Man. Yeah, of course, now all the rest of my folks, they loved watching that Dallas. I never did care much about watching that Dallas and the Ewings. Reminded me too much of real life. The haves versus the have-nots. But my taste have changed. Well, I still like the Dukes and, certain things like that. But, man, when I was a kid, all them spooky movies, Friday the 13th and all that, oh, I was eating that stuff up. I don't know. I can't watch that stuff no more. Duck Dynasty. Old Duck Man done passed away, though. Take care, Kevin Ellis. Amityville. Yeah, I've watched that several times, too. I don't know. It may be just my health or something. But on them spooky movies anymore or something with high suspense or whatever, horror or whatever, it just seems like I'm underwater and can't breathe. Appreciate it, Kevin Ellis. And y'all, like I've told y'all from time to time, I don't make a spectacle out of praying in public because, I think Scripture has a little bit to say about that. But anyway, I do want y'all to know everybody on my friends list that comes across my chat, the tribe as we call them, everybody's on my prayer list, y'all. I wish each and every one of you in shalom. And that word means more than peace. It means health, prosperity, well-being, peace inside your house, peace outside your house, peace in the workplace, peace outside of the workplace. Sure enough, fellas, and I think we all can, especially today. This world's going crazy. And I'm talking about the earth and the people. Volcanoes and earthquakes and all of these riots and beatings. And the world's just crazy, man. I ain't never seen the world this messed up. But yeah, y'all my buddies. Ain't gonna be long. I'll have to fire a chainsaw up and shorten some firewood up. Neighbors had a couple of big limbs break off his trees out here. Limbs bigger around than I am. And I gotta go cut that mess up, drag it over here, and stack it up, get ready for winter. What's up, Maddie? Hey, I appreciate you stopping in. A particular scripture? There's several that helps in a whole lot of different areas. You got Acts 2:38, and you got Romans 12:1 and 2. Oh, but I really do like the Romans 12:1 and 2, and a lot of people don't think of it as I do, but Paul is saying genuinely that present yourselves as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Lord. And we all know if we obey his Torah, that he has promises of health, prosperity, and well-being in return. And in verse 2, it goes on and says, renewing your mind, transforming your thoughts, and proving that is pure and acceptable. So if we're proving that, that means we're living in the scripture and God is blessing us. That don't mean hard times won't come up, because Job had hard times. And we'll have to remember it. Job had his own hedge of protection set up. Yahweh took down his hedge of protection so Satan could get at him, but Job had his own wall set up that protected him. Oh, he got sick, he had the boils, he had this, he had that, his wife, his children, yada, yada, yada. But the devil couldn't get him. We got to make sure we got our own hedge of protection set up. Worship Yah and him only. Then our trials will only be for a time. What does that scripture say? Happy all. Tears might be through the night, but joy comes in the morning. And right now, y'all, we got to keep looking up. As Yeshua told us, says, look up, for your salvation draweth nigh. Even when you see all these bad things going on, the only way you're going to really be able to keep your sanity is to keep looking up, keep looking for Yah, keep looking at Yah. Yeah, somebody finally catched me. I tell you what, getting back into Romans 12:1, boy, my voice is getting scratchy. Hey, Kevin, that's fine, man. Hey, look, if it's not a Bible study, if it's a woodworking video, or if I'm doing woodworking on the live, Bible says speak of him in your rising up and you're going down. It says speak of him on your travels. Uh, Basically telling you to speak of him at all times, and where people get this idea that it's not an appropriate time to talk about the Bible. There's always an appropriate time to speak about the Bible. Any and all time is appropriate. And a lot of people have asked me, says, why do you do a YouTube channel on woodworking when you speak mostly on scripture? I'm like, because that's what I'm mostly concerned with. Woodworking ain't gonna save me. But getting back to that Romans 12, 1 and 2, if you'll go back to Deuteronomy 28 and read those promises in there, half of that chapter, half of that chapter is speaking of the great promises he's given us. The last half of that chapter is really sad. He says, if you don't obey him, this is what's going to happen. So God's not being mean. He's already told you the remedy. We're mean to ourselves by not obeying. Yeah, Jesus did both. He obeyed Torah, and he laid his life down for us. If we accept him, he'll forgive us of all our past sins, but we got to repent. That means turn around and go the opposite direction. Don't do those old things no more. That's the new man. You got to do the things he wants you to do. A lot of people say, well, I'm saved now. I can sit back in my armchair and just, no, that's not what it's saying. It's saying, hey, look, take up your cross. This ain't no armchair religion. Oh, me. Man, Yeshua is just the greatest of all times. I don't know how anybody, and I don't know, seems like nowadays the more wicked a person promotes themselves to be, the more that flock to them, which is all fine and well. They can have it the way they want it. They're going to get it the way they want it. But that ain't the way I want it. That ain't the way I desire for them. I can only plant a seed, though. It's not my job to condemn, and I can't heal them, and I can't save them. I know a man that can. His name is Yeshua. But yeah, guys, I reckon I'm going to try to get up. I might just go and try to get that starter on here tonight. Well, get it lined up, go on. I think Kevin's had a good idea about me checking all that stuff. I'm kind of curious about checking it now. Oh, Kevin, man, I just got a bunch of stuff, little smalls that I'm working on. I'm seeing that smalls are pretty hot on YouTube right now, in which I ain't got nothing that ain't nobody already seen. Probably ain't even nothing that most of them ain't already done. But I got a little scrap wood project video that I'm trying to get done up, which I ain't worked on it now in a couple of weeks. I broke off of it to do that mail call even, and that mail call was rather late. I done had that letter in for a minute until I done it. What's up, no? Man, but yeah, just a little scrap wood project video. Doing some solar light things, and it's a little late in the season, but uh, I've got a place that I'm going to consign a few things out to next spring, and I'm wanting to build up some stock to take to them. And hey, it sounds cool, Kevin. Is it all lowercase? What is a heart thing? I heard him say something about a challenge, but I never did understand what he was talking about. Okay, Kevin. Make something with a heart in it. You speaking about that, there was a couple of scientists that had a meeting with God, and scientists told God, says, we don't need you anymore. We can do everything you can do. And God says, okay, well, if that stands to be true, we'll go that route then. Says, let us see you make a man. And the scientist bent down and picked up a handful of dirt. And God told him, says, whoa, wait a minute now, you're going to have to get your own dirt. No, you talking about make something with a heart in it. That reminded me of that story. Be kind of hard for us to get our own dirt, right? And here's another fun fact, brain teaser, whatever you want to call it. Man, in and of himself, cannot create anything. We can only manipulate what God has already made. Oh, okay. Uh, well, that'd be pretty easy. And guys, if there's any carvers out there, what name brand bird bits does everybody use, and where do I get them? Like if you go to the box stores, Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, what brand of bird bits can I use on a rotary tool that are good? So I'm like, oh, Amy Joe and all of them use. You not finding it too easy? Well, let me make sure I got this right. I can do a sign and just put a symbol of a heart in there, and that'd be the challenge, right? I made a plaque here a while back. Well, it's been a couple 3 years ago, and that was probably been longer than that now. But I done a carved ribbon scroll. It had on it. I don't know. You can go to my posts and see the one that I done. But I'm wanting to do it where it's flush with the rest of the board. But I want it to look like a real ribbon on it. So I'm thinking about taking a separate piece of wood, drawing out the ribbon I want on it and what I want set on it, and carving it down and making it like an applique to glue down to the wood. That way it would stand out like a real ribbon. Cuts off. Okay, well I'll go down there and see what everybody's got then. I never did get into all that very much. I strictly stayed on the router. Now I finally got me a Harbor Freight rotary tool that I could kind of round over the edges with and kind of make the rolls and whatnot in the ribbon. And so you like that, Cat? You think it'd work? What I might do is I might take a 2x4 and cut the rounded edges off and then turn it up on its edge and resaw it. That way I can get it as thick as I want. That way ain't no real thick piece. But yeah, I usually just stuck with the router. And like I say, I got that Harbor Freight tool and just used the Harbor Freight bits that you could buy in a little kit. And seemed like to me them things, especially the sandpaper, wouldn't last no time. It was really a waste of money. But them bird bits seemed like they'd do the job. And that way you ain't using that sandpaper a whole lot. You can just bird bit it off to the shape you want. Then you can just kind of sand the tool marks out of it instead of having to sand the shape into it. Oh, and Kevin, that also, I don't know if you watched my last mail call video or not, but I got some computer printouts, some copier printouts of Rusty's logo and Grumpy's logo. So I'm going to make some crates that look like old apple crates. And I've got a printout of an old Apple company logo. I'm going to make some crates, one with that Apple company on it, and then one with Grumpy on it, one with Rusty on it. Uh, 12-year-old boy, he won't be him long. He'll be wanting him a car and dating and back in my day, Daddy, can I have $1? It'd be after Kevin, Daddy, can I have $100? Sandpaper CA. There you go. We'll have to look them up, Kevin. You know, Kevin, you talking about spoiling them, and I'm not trying to tell you how to raise your kid. I don't even know how you're raising your kid. I'm sure with what I've seen of you, you're raising him all right. But man, sure enough, give him everything he needs in the scripture. Spoil him with the scripture. There you go. That's the best kind there, Kevin. Like I've taught several times, you know, every generation that does away with an aspect of Torah, of the law, this one neglected the law of dietary laws. Well, the next generation done away with something else. The next generation done away with something else. Till we get to a state that we're in now where you can go to anybody on the street and ask them if they're a Christian. Oh, yes, I'm a Christian. And yet they break every law in the Torah. And if you break every law in the Torah, you've already broke every law in the commandments, the 10 commandments that everybody refers to. What's up, shoot? But then we get to a generation like we got now, and it is no wonder that we see scripture that says, many shall come to me in that day saying, Lord, Lord, have we not done many mighty wonderful works in your name, done many miracles in your name? And I will tell you, depart from me, ye worker of iniquity. And that word iniquity means lawlessness. And the very definition of sin, I know this is not a Bible study or whatnot, it's just extra. We won't even pass the plate around on this one. But the very definition of sin is transgression of the law. So if the law is done away with, there's no such thing as sin anymore. It's common sense. The law hasn't been done away with. Sin still exists, and God is very angry about the sin that's going on right now. Man, Shoot's in here, Cat's in here, Johnny's in here, Kevin. Man, I tell you what, all y'all big stars coming in on this little bitty channel. And y'all, I am gonna have to catch up on my videos, man. I'm stinking right now according to my videos. And I started the year out pretty good, man. My views have went up and my subscribers went up. Then I just got to the point I ain't putting out no videos. Small fish in the big pond. That's about all I am. It's really all I care to be. Now, you know, I wished I had a lot of people that did watch my stuff and would catch a nugget here and there. And I'm not talking about woodworking, because I ain't the world's greatest woodworker. I'm just here to plant a seed. And I'm trying to have fun doing it. Yeah, shoot, I don't know how that came about either. Like I said, this year started out pretty good because I didn't have but like, I don't think I had but about maybe 100 subscribers. And I started hanging around with the, what we call the tribe. And all of a sudden it jacked up to, what am I at now? 520 something? I don't know. It seemed like I blinked and it just grew. Oh, I don't know what happened there. It surely ain't because I've been putting out a lot of videos. Yeah, Kat, that's what I've been doing. If you notice, a few of my most recent videos is I've been going back into my old videos. I re-download them and chop them up and put them into new content that I've either redone or kind of remixed the old or whatever. That the cabin you see back there behind me, my tiny house. I've been wanting to kind of try to redo that video, but I ain't been able to do what I wanted to do to it this year. The move from Tennessee to Mississippi kind of set me back on a lot of stuff I was wanting to do to the inside of the house. I ain't got the inside of the house finished out yet, and my wife won't let me in there with a camera hardly, and so that's that on that. But I am wanting to redo the tiny house video. I've done a lot to that rascal. Old buddy that helped me with the electrical, man, he helped me out in the shop. I'd go visit him in his shop. Woodwork together. He passed away a couple of years ago, and boy, I really miss him. He was a really good guy. He was Sunday Christian. He had that replacement theology, and he was locked in, die-hard replacement theology. But he was a good guy. Was a good guy. And I will say this: I can't condemn him. Oh, I will say he's wrong. I believe a fella needs to attend Sabbath. Oh, I don't believe in replacement theology at all. Oh, but he had a love for the Lord. It's in the Lord's hands what happens. Not up to me. Lost one. How'd you lose him? Yeah, that sharing helps a little bit too. Yeah, that's the best way to be, Knuckles. That's about all your faith in Jesus, which we call Yeshua by the old Aramaic short form name is Yeshua. Yehoshua, all in the Hebrew, which in English that would translate Joshua. I don't know how they got Jesus from Joshua, but transliterations, that's how that goes. But all in all, I believe Yeshua, Yehoshua, Joshua, Jesus knows who we're talking about. Yeah, Cat, a lot of these folks that shoot, a lot of these folks are diehard. If you don't put out a video just ever so often. They get bored and they'll go through and they'll clean out their whole subscription list. Oh, yeah, no, I think so too. Oh, that's why I say I can't condemn Sunday folks. I don't agree with them with their theology, but everything ain't up to little old me. Oh, there's a lot of learning I still have to do. The only thing I will say is don't get complacent in where you're at. Keep learning, keep growing, keep moving. Without moving, you're stagnant. And Yahweh says he hates stagnation. He hates slothfulness. Oh, keep moving, keep growing, keep believing. Oh, Yeshua says man and mankind will deceive you. Study to show yourself approved is what Paul says. Oh, as long as we're doing that, oh, and we're growing and we're moving, you know, that's why I say I can't condemn anybody in the Sunday churches, mainstream Christianity, oh, the non-observant Seventh-day Adventist churches. Oh, I can't condemn none of them. All of them have a love for Yeshua. They're sincere people in all of these groups. I can just say that, hey, the Bible does say, Lord, Lord. And he say, I tell them, depart from me, ye worker of iniquity. That's in the scripture, but it's not up for me to judge where these people are going to end up. A lot of them have a more motivated walk than even I do. So I can't condemn them. I don't know. Hey, and another thing too is y'all can tell me, would y'all care to join in on maybe some live singings? My mother-in-law and my wife, and I'm sure some other folks are going to be part of it if we decide to do it. But we're thinking about maybe once a month having a live show and have a singing, just a gospel singing. Oh, my mother-in-law may get the old accordion out. She might be on the piano. Oh, wife's got her a set of drums, so I think she's gonna get out and play on the drums. Probably somebody in here playing the ukulele and the guitar. But we're thinking about having that maybe once a month or so. Michelangelo, hello, hello. Is that one of the turtles? Yeah, I think it'd be fun, and I think my mother-in-law would kind of like that. Y'all, she's getting up there kind of old. My dad's up there elderly, and that's why we moved back to Mississippi, to kind of help them. Oh, he didn't have nobody to help him, so we moved back down here to help him. And he's been wanting to go to some singings, but he can't hardly get out from around the house. It's so hard for him to get in and out anywhere. But we're thinking about having that live out here once a month, maybe twice a month. Depends on how well it goes. You can say hi to Michael, but you can't. I ain't seen Woodchucker. Michael Go, is that who you are? Are you woodchucker? Oh, really? Wonder how that happened. Like you too, woodchucker. Huh. Well, one thing, woodchucker or Michael or whoever this is, oh, I don't know how you got blocked, but y'all not be coming in threatening nobody on a live chat. Wouldn't do it to you. I hope he is, Kevin. Well, I don't know what he's talking about. And no, I'm not gonna have anybody threatening anybody on chat. No, that ain't cool. That ain't cool at all. What happened to what? You know, Knuckle, seemed like this was happening on your channel. Oh, somebody was getting kind of out of the way. Wasn't his name Sam or something like that? Could have been. I don't know. But listen, we're all here to conversate and congregate and fellowship. This ain't no place to come threaten nobody. Ain't no place to get no fuss started. If you got blocked, I don't know how you got blocked. And before I let an argument keep on going, that's what I done with that Belinda Thrasher. She come on accusing and pointing fingers and whatnot. She got blocked. As far as I know, that's the only one I blocked. But I ain't got enough patience to deal with no drama. You made 2 new slings? I ain't seen them yet. Nope. Canadian banana. Hey, how you doing? I appreciate it, Chuck, man. Like you too, fella. Again, Chucker, I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you this. Oh, and I really don't want to spill it out on a live because I wish everybody well, and I ain't in for the drama. There was a spat going on during that live that you were on with Dylan. My wife didn't appreciate a drop of what was said during that from Dylan. So I think what might have happened is she may have went in there and blocked everybody that was involved in it. So I know for myself, I ain't gonna say it. But some reconciliations went on and some are still lacking. And those that are still lacking are most likely still blocked. And if she blocked them, I don't know. If somebody else blocked, I don't know. I just know that there was some tensions there from a live that you were with Dylan on. But she ain't let me. She ain't said she blocked nobody. Really don't think she did. But I do know there was some tensions there from that live, and my wife didn't appreciate some things that was said. I'm not going there, woodchucker. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. It's done with. It's past history. If you want to know what was said, you'll have to go back to that video and watch it. It's definitely brutal hot. The only thing I got going for me out here is, well, tarps stopped now, but there's a little bit of a breeze that comes through every once in a while. Feels good. But y'all listen, man, I just try to have fun on this YouTube. If it gets to be drama, I just about as soon to shut my channel down as I had to do anything. Don't want to do that because there's a lot of people I really love on here. A lot of great friends. Oh, my buddy up there in the bed sick right now. So I'd rather not get into all that drama stuff y'all got my email. You know where to find my email. If you don't know my email, it's on my home page under my definitions or whatever that is up under there. Send me an email. But as far as live chats and whatnot, let's just have a good time. Let's talk. Let's do that thing. But I'm like I said, I can't even watch spooky movies anymore because it just gets me all tensed up. And I'd rather not go through the drama, y'all. I'd rather not. I'd rather just love the Lord, love my neighbor, and keep on trucking. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, y'all. Hey, Annie Stevens. Oh, my woodwork is just a little. Well, let's see. I can show you this. It's a little bit covered up right now, but let's flip it around. There's a bench I made. That's my bench, and it's a good segue to get out all this. Well, how's it doing that? I got it flipped. Okay, it's going. Yeah, there's all the toy trucks I got to refurbish, and trucks and trailers and tractors. And, oh, of course, everybody knows the old wood shop. Got my non-functional laser right here. There's a project I'm working on. Is that right there? I love making menorahs. Love making menorahs. That's some of my woodworks. Except for that mess. Man. Oh. Yeah, Kevin. See if I flip this thing back around here now. Right there's what it's doing to my wire. It's just burning the mess out of it. And some of it burnt clear to the wire. I mean, that's not a real small wire, but it's smaller than some of the rest of them. But see, it doesn't mess with my fuel pump grounds. And all of it just grounds back to the battery. So, and that right there, that ground that's burnt, just goes back up here and attaches to the body right here. And it goes to that battery post. It burns the smithereens out of it when that starter drags. Oh, oh, my back, my back, my back. Whew. But anyway, that's not a message out. Well, I might see your point there, Knuckles. But one thing going for me is I cleaned up on mine since you have too. Yeah, and I got a lot smaller area. It don't take near as much. Mine get way worse than yours in about 2 hours of woodworking. Man, I pull down just a few tools. It gets to where you can't walk in that place. 10 by 16 wood shop. That's relatively small. But yeah, I got my old bench back there. You can see a little of it back there behind me. Yeah, that's my bench. Man. What's up, Dan? What is your name? Is it Dan or is it Mike? I think I've seen some people call it. Yeah, see, there it goes again. Hi, Mike. You got Dan's Homestead. Confuses the fire out of me. Oh, man. Chucker, please give it a rest. I ain't up for the drama, man. Paddled by the paddle on my workbench, on my bench. That's a cutting board. That's what I do my poke salad on. Hey, Tormy. Hey, Tormy. What are you doing, Tormy? You my buddy. You my buddy. You my buddy. All right, go, 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 go. Yeah, that cutting board is one that I made too. It's made out of oak. Well, it would cover the whole thing. That's for sure. You get a paddling with that, you get the whole enchilada. Yeah, I was going to a farmer's market in Huntington, Tennessee, and I had a bunch of those cutting boards out there to sell. And a woman actually come up and asked me, "Is that a paddle?" Oh, it's cutting board. Man, you could sure use it as a paddle. I'm like, yeah, I could. Yeah, yeah, sure could. Sure would. Oh, man. Whole lot of misbehaving going on in the world, man, honest. And I tell you what, I am just so tired of the drama. And some people have the audacity to tell you how you are to be, what you are to like, and what you are to dislike. That's right, Kevin. Sure enough. Yeah, show everybody love. Punky. My little dog are called Pumpkin. Where's a good girl? Where's a good girl? Yeah. Peace, love, and harmony. I didn't see the word drama in there nowhere. Did you, Johnny? I mean, you keep telling people don't want no drama. They just keep on, keep on, keep on. And man, it just seems like the more wicked a person shows themselves to be, that's the ones that people seem to flock to. And those are the ones that seems to have a problem if you don't also follow the path. If you don't follow in with the rest of the crew jumping off the cliff. Kevin, I look at it like this. Your battery's dead and you're draining my battery. It's time to take the jumper cables off. I ain't got time for the drama. I ain't got time for negative people. I try my best to plant a seed, but if you're all about the drama, I'm gonna clip the cord. And this time I may have to. It may just be me that clips the cord. And I hate to be that way too, because I don't like drama. I'd a lot rather sit here and talk good, peace, charity, love, and kindness. There's always gonna be them folks. Just like Belinda Thrasher come in and tried to upset the Bible study, that about the first or second Bible study I had. She tried to come in there and stir it all up. I did clip her cord that very night. Ezekiel 25, is that where he's talking about sounding the trumpet? Sounding the warning? Yep, I'll sound the warning all day long. But what did the Bible say about them that wouldn't hear the alarm? It pretty much basically says, be at peace. You gave him the warning. His blood won't be on your hand. Path of the righteous man. Okay, well, that's the same thing. You know, Yahweh says, if you don't sound the alarm and one is taken, his life will be, his blood will be upon your hands. But if you do sound the alarm, sound the trumpet, and he don't pay no attention to it, his blood ain't on our hands. There's gonna be people that they just ain't gonna listen. Their only job is to stir up hate and discontent and drama. At this point, I am tired of drama. I've been wondering why I hadn't been seeing Chucker. But if somebody had blocked him, and him knowing he had been blocked, how come he thought he had to go around? That done. Mm. There you go. Well, Kevin, you can say what you want to say. I'll probably be better to go online. It's probably better for me to just go ahead and end. How long have I been on here anyway? I bet I've been on here 10 minutes ago. I know I've been on longer than 10 minutes. But yeah, there's a lot of them. One of them come in there during a live and somebody said, "Blessed is he that comes in the name of the Lord," or something like that. And this one feller shut him off, blocked him. So I don't watch that fella no more either. And it wasn't me that come in there and said that on his live, but man, if a fella can't even say blessed is the name of the Lord without getting blocked, I'm going too. Southern Ohio, you up there around my buddy, Ray. Oh, I'm down here in northeast Mississippi, a little town called Baldwin, Mississippi. And Dan is in Oklahoma. Hey, Kevin, man, appreciate you stopping in. Sorry the tail end of this thing went so sour. This is just, that's pitiful. I hate it when somebody does that. And Knuckles said Missouri. And if I remember right, Knuckles is almost in the heart of Missouri, up there, probably left center. If I remember right. Kevin, hey man, shalom, shalom, man. Dan, what are you making tonight? Dang near the middle, that's what I thought. Just a little left of center, if I remember right. And Knuckles, me and my wife done talked about it. Oh, your package, as long as it's dry, oh, your package gonna be sent out this week. I got some sander coming to you. What do you call it? A roller sander. What do you call it? But a sander. I'm gonna send you a couple pieces of that cedar, and your sign. Oh, Dan uploading the show, or Mike, Dan or Mike, Dan Mike, Dan Mike. That's what we'll call you. He uploaded a short and doing another. Knuckles, that sound good to you? I'm thinking about putting a little bit of that. I want just a little bit of that light gray patina on yours. It's a stain, but I'm wanting it to look like kind of like a aged wood, kind of like I done Dellins. Dellins was a little darker than what I want to do yours. I just want just a little bit shining through on yours. Tomorrow evening live with Dan Mike. What time are you going live, Dan? Mike? Dan Mike? I got to get this starter on this truck. Of course, I'm going to try to get up around 8 p.m. Okay, well, that's about the time it starts getting dark. What I got on my agenda tomorrow is I'm going I'm going to probably record testing this truck tomorrow and putting the alternator on. I'll probably upload that. And I want to film another segment on those smalls that I've got. If I can get that done, I should have that done by 4 o'clock. And I'll check in with everybody else. Of course, Knuckles got a live stream every day at 12. It kind of interrupts my day. No, it's really the highlight. It gives me a time to break off for a minute. But I'll have to keep my laptop out here at the shop where I can catch Nuck. I'll catch Nuck about dinner. Knuckle, did you mean to say that you watched people work all over Oklahoma, or was you actually working? I don't know what to think about a feller that only mow his own yard. Well, when he woke up. Oh, man. Bailey, Oklahoma. So we got Dan at 8, Nuck at 12. Bear probably come on around 6 or 7. The creation dust will be sometime tomorrow at 1, 2 o'clock. I try to catch all of them. Man, it gets to be a job keeping up with everybody's doing the lives and putting out videos and whatnot. And sometimes my YouTube can't keep up and they won't put everybody's notification up, and I miss some of them. I have to go back to each individual channel and make sure I ain't missed nothing. Try to keep up with everybody. You can't keep up either. Man. If I was to miss some of y'all's lives or whatnot, I'm sorry. Sometimes I can't keep up. Not and keep everything up around here. Wife's already saying, man, all you do is sit at the computer all the time. She'll say, are you gonna mow the yard today? Yeah, that's me too, Johnny. That's exactly right. And there's been times I'm like, well, do I want to do a premiere? I'm like, well, let's see who all's live right now because I don't want to, you know, knock myself out of views because everybody else is watching another live, or knock them out of views because they're watching my premiere or live, either one. Peanut trees. Oh man. Yeah, Johnny. Johnny, you the one that's up there in South Haven, ain't you? Up there close to South Haven? Johnny, man, you're gonna have to get together for a meetup. Get us a lunch somewhere. If we can find somewhere kosher. It's hard for me to eat anywhere. That's funny too. I was going up here to the pizza factory in Baldwin getting pizza. I'd get a hamburger pizza, all extra cheese and olives and all that good stuff on it, and just loaded up with all that good stuff. You know, extras on it, extra cheese and olives, and well, y'all know all the good stuff. And it would be a hamburger pizza. Well, I just happened to ask him one day because my wife had brought a package of uh, hamburger meat home, and when she was cutting the pack up to go in the freezer, she happened to read the back of it. It says it's a pork beef blend. I'm like, what? And when I was at the pizza factory one day, just happened to think of it, and I asked them. I said, have y'all got 100% pure beef hamburger meat? They said, no, ours is pork blend. I'm like, oh my word. So I don't eat the hamburger pizzas no more. Basically, it's hard to find anywhere it's kosher anymore. They got to try to put pork in everything. I don't eat pork. I don't eat shrimps. I don't eat catfish. But I tell you something I'd like to have right now. Oh, big old mess of bluegill. Oh my word. I want to make some of that. And here lately, I've been watching a fella on YouTube called Arnie Tex. Oh, he's a he cooks basically Mexican food. I don't know how many. All right, Knuckle man, we'll see you more later. I gotta hurry up and get out of here too. But I was watching this Arnie Tex, and he makes this stuffed poblano. I want to fix me a stuffed poblano. Knuckles, we'll catch you tomorrow at dinner, right? Hey, man, shalom, shalom. We'll catch you then, friend. Johnny, what would be a good meeting place betwixt us? I'm over here on 45 North on the northeast side of Mississippi, and you over there on the north. I'm on the northeast, and you're on the northwest. Anybody know if Grumpy's all right? He ain't been putting out many videos because I know it's hot down there in Florida. He's been complaining about the heat here lately, but I ain't been seeing much of him. I hope he's all right. Old COVID mess seems to be going around a lot here lately. Y'all, it sounds like it's sprinkling out here. I noticed it did get a little cooler. But hey, y'all, I done been on here long enough. I don't know. The thing says I've only been on here 10 minutes. I know I've been on here longer than that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. And y'all, if I have offended any of y'all, I surely apologize. I apologize for all the drama that showed up tonight on the chat. Man, I try not to let no drama show up. Some things just out of my control, though. But guys, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to go in and take me a shower, sit under the AC a minute, probably go to bed before long, get up early in the morning, put this truck on the road. Try to get it back on the road anyway. Dan, we'll see you tomorrow night at about 8. Knuckles about dinner. And Johnny may do a live. Johnny, send me a notice if you're going to go live. I've been missing yours here lately. Unless you just ain't been having many. But I'm going to have my computer out the shop with me. At least maybe I can hear all that's going on. But anyway, guys, shalom, shalom. Love each and every one of you. And please remember, I know this world is in a crazy shape right now. But please remember, everything gonna be all right. If, yeah, there's an if you're right. Be right tonight, friends. Love you, amigos. See you more laters.